When last we left off, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad was making their way from Port Damali to the city of Guardon. You guys had finished your mission to free the Tritons from Benthus and deliver the city of Ornidia from his sway. You had returned the King Mycantor and the Queen Alethea to their rightful thrones, and Aurelia had left your party to begin rebuilding her homeland. You had teleported to Port Damali, where you did some shopping, bought some magic items, and eventually made your way to the Temple of Sarenrae. There, Wilfred had a vision from Sarenrae of a green dragonborn outside of Veluth plotting the destruction of the temple there. He was concerned, but you guys decided to make your way to Guardon. You guys first broke into the archive of the Cobalt Soul there. And discovered, and Aris wrote down the teleportation circle information. You guys began to make your way towards Guardon. You fought a Hydra and slew it, and you met some gypsies who stole from you. And then you guys were sort of spending a night in the hut watching, and you guys saw something in the woods. You guys chased it down, and you discovered a sort of a treetop town of Kenku, of sort of these crow-like people, Kenku. You guys eventually decided to leave them alone, and you guys continued on your way towards Guardon. There you saw up on sort of the mountaintop a small hermit that the travelers had told you about, and so you guys decided to take the opportunity to have an excursion to this hermit's hut. You discovered that he had a variety of unique and interesting magical items that he had sort of somehow forged, and you guys eventually managed to exchange one of them for some lavender and some sood, which you gave to him, and then he passed out. You guys briefly investigated his hut, and after sort of negotiating with this wild hermit, Angvor left Demon Chad in the hut to tell Bricksalt that this was Angvor's mountain. And you guys made your way to the city of Guardon. And so as we begin tonight's session, you guys are sort of coming up over the hill, and you see the city of Guardon. So let me see. So yeah, Guardon is a beautifully rustic yet elegantly refined city of stained wood and gold that rises from the windswept tallgrass fields, cultivated farmland, and clustered trees of the northern plains. The outer ring of the city, called the Noran's Ring, is comprised of numerous domed abodes of bowed lumber and carved bark, where families make their homes. The House of Sagacity is a prestigious region where 3 temples built for worship also provide a variety of advanced studies to a limited student body. These are the House of Enlightenment under Ayun, the Knowing Mistress, the House of Invention under Moradine the Allhammer, and the House of Enchantment under Corellin the Arkheart. The Coral Ring is the inner ring of Guardon, where business is conducted between peddlers, merchants, and craftsmen. Within that ring stands the Ornatura, a massive tower of latticed wood spiraling upward like a crafted leafless tree. Disc-like homes and chambers protrude from the tower at varying intervals, granting the wealthy folk of the city a magnificent view. The peaks of the tower house the Noldar, as well as the central meeting chambers where local political discussions take place. And so the Noldar are a council of 4 figures who represent the larger facets of Guardon society. When the Noldar were established in the interest of fairness, they were forced to select one of their numbers as their Marquis when Guardon entered into the Clovis Concord. Currently, Marquis Vasen Atrith has led the Guardon people for just under a century, and is seen as both just and forthright. So that is your summary of Guardon as you guys sort of make your way over.
Who was the council led by again?
So the Marquis, who is kind of like, so the Marquis is their representative in the Clovis Concord. This is Vasen Atrith.
Vasen.
Mm-hmm.
These placards are really informational.
Yeah.
Placards on the way in.
I mean, we were looking for that one lady who said she was out here.
She was, what's her name?
Lady Baffin.
Yeah, I wonder where she would be.
Who is she?
She was that one person who was in Port Damali.
The Marquis of Gordon. She wants to hire us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she was the Marquis.
She's not.
No, she was
the-
hired by the market.
Yeah.
Alright.
By,
I don't think she was the.
Hired by.
I don't think
like
she was-
medicine in an alleyway or something.
Yeah,
like that.
she
Like,
found us somewhere and asked us to come help her out in Gordon,
come with me if you want money, essentially.
and I was like, I'll do that.
So should we just ask to see if
Start
we can find
asking
her?
around, see
Yeah.
if anybody knows
I could do a sending.
who she is, where she is.
I think I have a sending.
Oh,
Well,
we
that-
passed that.
Don't have.
No.
That big place in the middle there looks pretty fancy. It might be some place to start.
Yeah,
What kind of arrows did you get from that guy last time?
What's one?
they were obsidian
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Obsidian?
Yeah,
There's
there
a
was
one with crossbow bolt.
and yeah.
an
No,
obsidian
they
arrows.
plus one.
Yeah, I need to double check that, but maybe they were something like that. Also the Hydra Fang, I did look at that. The Hydra Fang will have 3 uses.
Generating 40. Yeah, I guess middle people like important people like to live in the middle in tall buildings.
Looks
so-
very lavish, and I would think that may be a good place to start asking around to see if we can find that lady.
I
Okay.
agree.
Head down to the Oratora.
Okay. Yeah, so as you sort of enter in to the city of Guardon, it's a sort of somewhat, like all cities along the Menagerie Coast are somewhat multicultural, but this one is a very unique sort of multicultural. Unlike a place like Nicodranus or Port Damali, which has basically all races, basically has anything you want. Guardon is very clearly a merger of 2 similar yet different types of elves. One of the elves is sort of almost like a bronze sort of like burnt gold color is how they look. And the other elves are sort of this very sort of dark wood elf sort of color, like dark sort of orangish, dark brown sort of color, right? They're sort of very swarthy wood elves. And so as you make your way through, you guys stand out a little bit as you guys are making your way towards
There's one elf in our party. 2
No.
elves in our party.
Mhm. Yeah,
But you would be.
but I mean, I look like I've worn sunscreen my entire life. I'm
Never seen the sun.
Yeah. Compared to like these bronze gods.
Yeah.
and so they as they begin to sort of as you sort of move through them, you sort of get some stares at you, and sort of the crowd's parts somewhat to as you go by, and you guys are sort of making your way towards the
The big centered
Orator.
tree house. thing.
Ornatora. I'm reading it right. It's Ornatora.
all right towards the ornatory. Yeah, good job. Yeah, so it's
That's right here.
yeah, so outside sort of the cities were built like in a series of concentric rings. So as you guys sort of enter into these sort of the first set of rings, you guys again, non-elves are conspicuous here. Although you do see a silver dragonborn and a blue tiefling as you sort of move through. You guys and you guys sort of pass through, and then you see over to the side you see the House of Sagacity, and then you see in the center sort of this large sort of latticed wooden tower that sort of curves upward in the center of this city.
All right.
Let's say we go up to the tower.
Who remembers what she wanted us to do? Or she didn't tell
I
us.
just wanted to meet with us.
Yeah, I think we just had.
She had some.
Is there like any guards around or anything like that that we could?
Yeah, I mean there are quite a few guards around. They're all sort of dressed in this like Jorhide armor, which is interesting. And they all sort of wear like the sort of light armor, and they sort of look around. So you want to approach one of them?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say we approach one of them and
So you approach one of them, and it's you can't tell because of the domed helmets that they wear, but this is a female guard, and she starts this. Hello. Yes, are you guys are visitors, I suppose?
We are on a journey and we are looking for, we are in business with one of the associates of the Marquis. Her name is
Lady Bathen.
Lady Bathen. Have you heard of her, or do you know where we can find her?
Yes, I am aware of Lady Bathen. Yeah, if you wait one moment, I'll send to go get her. And so, they call up and basically, sort of this, again, she is actually a very sort of normal looking Eladrin elf, sort of, well, so what happens is the guard comes back down, and Ingvor, you hear in your voice in your head saying, Ingvor Trut, you are welcome to come up to my abode in the Ornatora.
Do I have is this a response? I mean, do I have like a view, like, so I don't, this is just in my head, right?
Yep.
And do I get an image as to how to get there? Like, do I have like a idea as to how to get there at that point?
Nope.
Hmm.
Can I well, if I'll try to respond if I can in my head, I guess, and be like, I'm not sure how to get to there in this building.
So she'll cast something again. Then she will say, Evelani will show you the way.
Okay.
And so the guard comes back down and begins to lead you up towards the chambers of Lady Bathen.
Is it just me being led?
No, it's just the whole party. The whole party is welcome to
Just-
come.
Tell the guards, the voice in my head tell me.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go, guys.
You calling me by name?
I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a little bit.
For like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we'll
I
go
guess
with
we're good.
the lady, the guard person.
Yeah, and so you make your way up this tower. It's got a series of different exits and entrances. It's this very metropolitan thoroughfare. It's hollow inside. It's got staircases going up and down, and one just for show. And it sort of maneuvers around. Evelani leads you to leads you to a sort of a stop, like a platform, sort of on some of the lower levels, and you guys make your way in there. There you see sort of a small sort of like antechamber that awaits you, and you see what look like basically apartments on either side. And she goes up and knocks on one of the doors. Lady Bathen opens the door, and you see a beautifully sort of adorned room. It's this it's filled with beautiful tapestries, and it has these amazing paintings on the walls. And you guys sort of make your way in. The carpets are made of some of the finest rugs this side of the Aerith Ocean. And Lady Bathen says, "Welcome, Angvor. Welcome, all of you. Welcome to the city of Guardon."
Give her a slight bow and just say it is an honor to be in your presence again, Lady Bathen.
Please leave your shoes at the door.
One of those places.
Hmm.
Guess we'll politely take off our shoes.
Yeah.
Give me 30 seconds.
Yeah.
there's like a basin of water.
I don't even tie my shoes. They're just like the laces are just like wrapped as many times of each other. And although I've sailed, so I wouldn't.
There's like a basin of water in the entranceway where you can wash your feet.
Nice.
Oh, not.
As you guys sort of make your way in, there's sort of these large couches, sort of, and it's sort of like, it's an apartment ish, and so it's got sort of a, a dining room or like a sort of a living room sort of place, a parlor, and there's no, it's separate from the bedroom, and so there's a couple nice couches there you guys can sit on. She sort of pulls over sort of a stool and then sits down sort of with the light of the outside behind her, and so there's an open air window behind her that looks out over the city of Guardon, and the house of Sagacity is sort of in the background.
Well, I mean, Lady Bathan, I know it took us longer than expected, but we had other matters to attend to, like we told you the last time, and we told you we would try, but we are here now, and I know you had told us that there was something you had interest in our services for helping you, and
Yes,
figure out what that is.
yes. So I believe you are aware of the Cretan Enichthus and the bane he has been to the entire Menagerie Coast.
Yes.
Unfortunately, here in the city of Guardon, we are not immune to his plots and connivings. He has brought some sort of nefarious evil to a place near Guardon, sort of a ruin outside of Guardon. And unfortunately, that nefarious evil is disrupting our steam. That nefarious evil is disrupting our steam casting ability. Unfortunately, the areas where the superheated mists sort of come down from the mountains are near this castle, and individuals when they try to go up, craftsmen when they try to go up to work in the mountains, they are being harassed, harried, killed, stolen from. And I hoped that the Marquis hoped that we could contract your services to take care of this evil.
Mhm.
As we know that the house of the Chile Sad is a very famous house in Uther.
Our name is precedes us.
Yes.
You don't mean the scourge of brick salt up on the mountainside?
Stealing.
If so, we may need to talk about payment up front.
Oh, she does know brick salt. No, you could please leave the poor hermit alone.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
He seemed to be a
Brick salt.
interesting old man.
Blacked out for that.
Yeah, I blacked out for that whole encounter.
It's kind of hot here.
So lady, we're always ready to help the kingdom, but it would be remiss of me not to ask what would it be worth to the Marquis to have us relieve the city of this scourge and allow the steam casting to go forward without hindrance?
We can give you 1,000 gold up front, and another 2,000 gold after you accomplish the mission. Or you guys can each have one item of your choice from the vault of the Marquis.
From the vault?
It's always item.
I would go for the vault.
Yeah.
Like the shoebox.
Marbles, playing cards, jacks.
In
Right, so-
Nixus, we've dealt.
The chamber pot of infinite refilling.
Ah. I always needed one of those. Thank you.
Stinking cloud.
Speaking mist.
I guess you said people have been killed. Have scouts? I mean, do we know who we're dealing with other than Nixus?
What can you tell us about this castle?
Or
Unfortunately, there's an abandoned castle on the outskirts of Guardon. It has fallen into disrepair, but it still sort of resonates with power. With power, we have sent other adventurers to try to deal with this scourge, but they tell of horrible fates that await those who enter the premises.
no? Well, I mean, we've been in empty houses before.
Yeah.
And
And
tricky one bit
scary
that.
houses too. Remember those vampires? That was
It sounds like, I hope I'm not speaking too forwardly, but I think it's something this Chili Sad would be willing to look into if we could, in return, have a magic item from the Marquis vault
Yeah.
each.
And these definitely things seems like something that we could. I agree with ARS here that we could help out with.
I agree as well.
Well, I
Sure
must.
thing. Stop smelling the flowers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, spooky
Yeah, we'll
house.
have to forgive our friend
I'm all
Gerthen.
good for spooky houses.
Gerthen recently lost a large sum of lavender and he's missing. it
Yeah, I'm
lately.
trying to get some fresh stuff.
I think that honestly, if you would offer him just an equal amount in lavender, I think honestly that is going to motivate him the most. So
But you know,
Unfortunately,
if the Marquis does have any sort of fine fragrances, fine flowers around, I do think Gerthing would
but you know,
appreciate that the most.
it is a spooky abandoned house, and most people, you know, around harvest time, they pay good money for a spooky abandoned house.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
especially in
true.
the cities. So
We're getting in
we're
for
getting
free.
paid to go into one.
Yeah.
Instead of paying to go into one.
Very true.
I believe on the continent of Taldore they call that tradition Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween.
Yes, yes, I think that's correct.
Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween.
Halloween?
Eve.
Halloween.
I mean,
Hallowed Eve.
Halloween.
Well,
Yeah, that's it.
you'd have to provide us with a map as well,
At least point us.
Lady Vathan, to let us know where this castle is. I know you're saying it's up in the mountains or around the mountains somewhere, but if we have a precise map or something that could get us there, that would probably be the best option to.
Yes, and I will give you a sort of brief description of what sort of you should be on the lookout for. It appears that that much of the building is trapped with alarm spells. At least many of the entrances and exits. There is a moat around the castle that's filled with some sort of dangerous beast in the moat.
I do like swimming.
I do like walking.
As well as adventurers have told of doorways that will teleport them outside of the building again. If they
We've
pass
actually dealt with this before.
Sort of.
It would teleport you different outside.
I mean, that all sounds all well and good. I think once we get there, we would be able to figure most of this out. We're, as you know, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad. So,
Has there been any insight into like what the source in the castle is, or what we would need to do to rid it of this
Yeah, do
evil?
you just want information, or do you want us to try to like
let me 1 second.
stop it?
do we have to kill
There is some sort of
We-
creature that lives there. It's we aren't sure what it is. But but it will sort of call out to visitors from sort of a large sort of enchanted sword that's in the middle of the building.
Ooh. You had me at large enchanted sword.
But it will cry out to adventurers and can corrupt and seduce them, and as well as doing other it's believed that it believed it's mostly psionic abilities.
Well, we've dealt with cursed items.
We have.
Well, I mean, once that sword does seem like you're saying seems to be the center of it. And from what you're saying, there may be more to it, but whatever is connected to that sword, or possibly the soul trapped within that sword, who knows what could be going on. But it seems that could be the center of all this chaos.
Again, if you need any more, if you have any more questions, I'm more than willing to ask. And if I don't know the answer, I can direct you to those who might. There's an individual named Uluru, who has been there before.
Where might we find this one Uluru?
He lives in sort of a hut, sort of outside of the main. Where's it? One second. He lives in sort of a hut, sort of on the outskirts of Guardon.
His name is Aluru Brixel.
Allure, also known as brick salt. Brick salt.
Yeah.
He lives in Anoran's ring. He shouldn't be hard to miss. He's a basically a blue version of you. She gesticulates towards Angvor.
Ah. We may have passed him on the way in. I believe Tiefling. Uluru.
Blu-ray.
Aluru the Blue is his nickname. Whether he wants it or not.
Blue.
So I think we're about ready to depart, Melita. I think we have enough information. But I was wondering, is there a safe place for us to rest the night before we?
Yes, I think that's a smart idea.
Yes, you're more than welcome in the guest chambers. If you need sort of, she sort of hands sort of a like a sort of a signet ring. She says, this will get you access to the sort of the guest room.
Thanks.
Gotta write some letters over here.
I assume it's probably fairly late in the day at this point, right?
Yeah, it's probably. And so you spent the night, and then you went and messed with Berksalt for a while. So it's probably you probably. So you guys probably got to the town, sort of afternoon. So between talking to making your way through the city, talking to the guard, coming up to Lady Bathen's place, talking to Lady Bathen. It's probably getting towards evening. Again, there's lots of time to still go shopping or something like that, but it's probably
To talk to that guy.
yeah.
Aluru. He might give us a good idea of what to go shopping for.
Yeah. We go to talk to him next.
If we can find him.
And then there's a dragonborn beside him, the silver dragonborn beside him.
When we came
That's
in,
just
we're assuming
people.
that he was the same tiefling.
Yeah,
That's just
sound like
people
that
we
there's
saw in
not
the
that many
crowd.
Because there hasn't been a lot of tieflings.
We're gonna hunker down for the night.
We're gonna find. I think we'll try to find this guy before the night.
Before the night. Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to do that first. All right.
So we can
And we can just get ready and head out.
in the morning.
for
All right.
some-
We-
All right,
Guys,
let's
make your
go
way
back.
to the Norns Ring, make your way out. Again, it takes, probably 15-20 minutes to walk down there, but very doable.
We
And
still
you
have our
get-
horses, right?
Oh, you do still have your horses, yeah. So you will need to stable them somewhere if you want to do that
We
as
have 5
well.
horses.
Yeah. We'll probably have to find.
No, they made Wilfred walk.
Yeah, you had. I guess we can.
We
look for
got
one
you a
of those
little
too.
miniature penny.
little
to ride
miniature
on.
penny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
just hired a stable hand so you can ride on their back.
We got you 2 coconuts.
Yeah.
I think it's faster than some of y'all.
Now you are. Yeah, I guess we'll keep an eye out. See, I'm sure there's a stable somewhere
Well,
that
I,
we've seen on
I
the way
think we,
in.
yeah. Because I guess we have to stable them when we first got to the city.
Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
have already stabled him.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can find a stable easily enough.
All right, well, let's head to where this guy's hut's supposed to be at.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys make your way out towards sort of the Norns Ring to the outside of Guardon. And there you sort of see, a modest hut in there. You come up to it, the one that's been sort of indicated by Lady Bathan, as well as you can ask around and people will tell you where Aluru lives. And you arrive sort of at the home of Aluru, the Blue, apparently.
He doesn't know it yet.
So, knock on his door.
Step up and knock.
Yep.
No, not.
Hello. Who is it?
This is the house of the Fellowship of the Chili Sad. We've come to speak to Uluru.
We were sent by
Lady Bathan.
the Lady Bathan.
I'm Aluru. Lady Bathan sent you. I suppose this has to do with that haunted castle.
Yes,
You
yes.
suppose correctly.
You're very perceptive.
It doesn't take a wise man to know that Lady Bathan is looking to send others to that death trap.
He sent you up there.
She did.
And you made it back.
I did, but my 4 companions did not.
1, 2.
I like those odds. Tell us more.
Yeah, well, I think we'll be all right up there.
What did you
Hope
find
so.
when you went up there?
It was a disaster from the moment we got in. It was filled with all kinds of booby traps, spells, monsters. There was pits, there were trapdoors, the statues came alive. Every doorway seemed to have something on it.
Something like a.
Like a spell, you mean?
Some sort of trap.
Trap? Hmm.
Did you set them all off?
We did. But then one of our members was teleported back to the front, and he unfortunately was killed by a trap we thought we had disarmed.
Wow, that's
Well,
seems like
rearm
you should
the
be better about
spells.
disarming your traps. Setting them rough.
It's
Maybe that's what we need to get. We all need to get
disarming tools.
thieves tools.
or trapping disarmaments.
Just walk into a reputable honest store and ask for 4 sets of thieves tools.
I promise
think
we're not
none of
gonna
us
rob
have one.
you.
While Gerthang is talking about this, I'll be like, I'll use my thieves tools to kind of like pick up my fingernails. Oh, thieves tools? Did you do anything?
Wow.
So what advice could you give us as we set off on this quest?
Thieves tools.
Don't go to the castle.
How did you manage to escape?
You have
Make a persuasion check.
we be the most dexterous person.
Persuasion.
Mhm.
I believe that's an 18. Let me double check.
Persuasion is charisma, right?
It is a 19.
19. All right. I have a special blessing that protected me. Someone I usually would call it a curse, but this time it saved my life.
Do you care to elaborate any more on what that blessing was? that
Make
saved
a
you?
make a persuasion check. Anyone, you and a work both big ones if you want.
Thanks. That's a 1 for me.
All right.
21.
All right. It says
Makes sense that you would be more persuasive.
it was a full moon, if you catch my drift.
Full moon. Probably don't catch his drift.
Hmm.
Well,
I see.
That's interesting.
I guess what's the night like tonight? Should we wait for a full moon?
I don't think
It is a sort of, it's like a waxing gibbous right now.
We're gonna have to wait a while.
Wait a month.
So what, I'll ask him, what can you tell us? We heard about a sword. Did you encounter a sword at all? And if so,
That's what got most of them. Was we reached the center of this castle and to say I began to hear voices in our heads. It was inflicting pain on some, it was controlling others, there are all sorts of abilities, and this ghostly sort of pinkish form came from the sword and destroyed our party.
A ghost. A pink ghost. A pinker ghost.
He said he was the dragon Raishan.
the sword did?
Sword did I.
Dragon Raishan.
Did he tell you how to spell Raishan?
You gotta remember that I'm gonna kill 4 out of 5 of you, but
Reich.
Raishan.
I guess Raishan was dead.
I thought so too, that he was dead with the rest of them, but or she was dead with the rest of them.
What is dead may never die.
I mean, we have seen things come back to life.
That's true. But we've also killed them again.
We need to find something we can do for a ghost,
There's a ghost in the sword named Raishan.
and maybe some cottons for our ears.
That's the easy part.
Or was it inside your head? Do we need to put cotton between our brains?
It was inside our heads.
I know that there seems to be some magic shops around here. I mean, maybe there's some trinkets that can resist these charming effects or effects like that. I'm not sure if you know anywhere around here that could sell those kind of trinkets.
Yeah, I think that I think that Tinania's shop has some magic items.
Maybe somewhere we have to stop on our way out tomorrow. I'm not sure if there's anything else you can really tell us here. But I mean, I'm sorry for the loss of your party and what you've had to go through, but I think we will embark on this quest ourselves, and hopefully we can be successful where others have not, and rid this valley, this city of this stick in the mud.
Your funeral.
We will see about that.
Well,
Well,
everybody excited to go ahead and go now?
Yep.
off to the bedroom now.
Yeah.
Off to the resting place.
Are the shops still open, or is it?
Unfortunately, the shops are closed at this point in time. Just they were open when you guys got here, but between these sorts of conversations, they're now closed.
All right. Head off back to the guest quarters.
All right, so you make your way back to the guest quarters. You show Lady Bathlin's signet ring and have no problem going in. Inside is sort of one sort of black tabaxi, wearing the garb of the Cobalt Soul. Wilfred, roll a history check for me.
That's a natural one.
Natural one. Don't remember who this is. So as you come in, he says,
I don't know who it is now. But
"Well, welcome, travelers."
thank you.
Thank you.
We're looking for
Yeah,
we're looking for a place to stay.
This is the guest quarters. I'm also a guest.
You're a guest.
Yes, I'm a guest. It's like a hostel or something.
Do we just help ourselves to the room, or do we?
Yeah, I think there's you see like a series of beds that sort of line the walls and basic amenities. There's several bathrooms on either side. There's books to read and sort of like different sort of items to fidget with and puzzles and stuff like that.
Fidget.
I'm gonna go through every one of the beds and sit on each of them and find the most comfortable bed and then claim the best bed.
right,
That is too hard.
Make an investigation check, Angor.
I'll just
That is about the same. A 19.
19. So you spend a good minute going through beds, and you decide that the one sort of the one on the right hand side, second from the front, is the most comfortable bed. You sort of lay down on it and claim it.
This is mine. I'm gonna be sleeping here tonight.
I'll go over and fidget around with some of the puzzles over there.
All right. So there's like these little like puzzle boxes, and so if you sort of twist them and stuff like that, you make just a straight intelligence check for me.
Figure out the puzzle.
17.
17. So as you start messing with the puzzle box, you feel like you get the hang of how this aligns. You sort of like twist. You hear this like sort of sound, and then out drops 8 gold pieces.
Oh, wow.
you got gold.
I'll collect them, put them in my pocket.
It's someone's piggy bank.
Some kid's piggy bank. This is like the mazes on it.
If there's any more puzzle boxes, I'll continue.
All right. There's another puzzle box if you want.
Erdak is up all night doing puzzle
Yeah.
boxes,
Yeah.
one level of exhaustion.
I made 17 gold. That's my guess.
Hours of work.
Yeah.
Which is probably a lot.
What for you?
I guess yeah, we're gonna hit. Well, now
No.
do you know? I guess talking to the tabaxi. Do they serve breakfast in the morning here?
I think that they do. Yes.
Night. It's our first night. So.
It's my first night as well. I'm on sort of a a delegation. I'm trying to make my way down to the archive of the Cobalt Soul in Port Timothy.
Oh, no, we just came from there.
Yeah.
Not the archive, but Port Tamale.
So
Where are you from?
See, I originally I'm from a little town called Veluth. But
Still going with that one.
but I spent a lot of time in the main archive in Zadash.
why you're interested in the Cobalt Soul?
Oh,
archive?
I'm a member of the Cobalt Soul. My name is Axidares.
Axidaris.
Sidaris.
Wow.
Well, that yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Will. Wilford Chorst.
That's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. For the first time. I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it's our first time meeting.
Is he always
So-
this strange?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I'll ask her, are you in a hurry to get to the Cobalt Soul, or are you just kind of taking your time?
I mean, I need to get there, but there's no necessarily rush. Is there any reason?
No, I was just gonna say, I do have means through the Arcana to get you there quicker, but again, if you have the time, then it's easier just to probably travel overland. Then I'll just kind of like pull out some of my chalk for the teleportation circle and flourish it a little bit.
Oh, you are wow, you have access to the teleportation circle. That's
Yeah. Yes, they happily granted it to me when they saw what it was.
They said
Wow.
nothing against it. Well, I don't think-
wow, I'm most impressed. They don't give that information up lightly. You must
Should I roll a deception check? It should be
yeah,
good.
yeah, roll a deception check, yeah.
Dude, that's not gonna be good. So that's a 3 total.
He looks at you and he says, this may work on simpler folk, but I know that you don't have the Cobalt Souls teleportation circle.
Well, to be honest, I do, but perhaps they weren't forthright in giving it to me. So, yes.
Plus, if you TP'd or teleported there, I guess they close it in the universe. You don't get to meet this guy named Brooksall on the way. Pretty cool dude. He gave me this. I'll pull out my boomerang.
I'm familiar with this. What is this weapon?
It's called a boomerang. Boomerang.
We think it does thunder damage.
I think
Oh.
you throw it and it's supposed to come back, so you have to sometimes duck.
There's I think I heard a story about a famed adventurer named Bruce Wayne who used these.
He had the
Yes. Bruce Wayne and his
Bangerang.
Bangerang.
What they would be instead of bat, they had bats.
Batarangs.
Batarangs, yeah. Catarangs. Was he a tabaxi? They had catarangs.
Bruce Wayne.
He was a tabaxi. Yeah, he did have catarangs.
Jumping off all those buildings and stuff, landing on your feet.
Wait, do you know him?
No. Everyone knows. In the same way that everyone knows, like
Catman?
Bezos or something like that,
Yeah, that guy.
You know Catman?
kind of rude in front of.
No, I think that's what he went by.
No.
Like, I think there was another guy that went by that, at least.
Well, I think we're
Wind
Getting
down.
getting a little off.
Delusional here, guys. I think we're all too tired for all this.
Yep. It's
All
been
right.
a while since we've been able to let our guard down like this.
I don't know. He might have another boomerang, so like he really likes plants too. So
So,
Mhm.
So can I try to stealthily take some of like maybe the dirt off my shoes and and then when no one's looking, put it in Angvor's bed.
Make a stealth check and then a sleight of hand check.
Slide of hand check. Is that
Stealth first and then a sleight of hand.
okay? That is a 28.
All right. So you take the dirt off your boots and
Well, do you want Angor to roll a perception?
yeah,
or pass?
roll perception. Yeah, roll a
That
perception.
would be
Probably
perception.
be.
Yeah, roll. I want 2 perceptions really.
Oh, perception
You gotta be
is
28.
23.
So you don't see Aimvor take the dirt off his boot, then they sleight of hand to put it in his bed.
And same roll for the sleight of hand, 28.
All right, roll a perception, Aimvor.
Not possible. 16.
16. So as you lay down in your bed, Aimvor, he feels comfortable, but it's a little bit dirtier than you remember. It's kind of like whoever slept in this before was maybe didn't take it.
I'd look for a little burr or something.
I swear this was the best bet. I was not wrong. This-
Recounting the bed, like a second bed.
So then I'll get up for just a minute and
I find the second best bed and sleep in that one.
Alright.
He was like, "Oh, this one, no, this one." And then
All right. So easy enough. You spend a couple minutes while Urdok's doing the puzzle box, and the rest of them are talking back stories to find the second best bed.
I'll cast prestidigitation over the bed for a couple times to clean everything off. I know I picked the best one. I don't know what's wrong here. I'm just gonna and I'll clean it up all after a
Right.
few casts of prestidigitation.
It'll be pristine once again.
Yeah, and you have a wonderful night's sleep in the freshly made bed that you have.
I think we should still keep watch, but assuming that nothing happens. Just to be on the safe side.
Well, you guys are two elves that only need to rest for 4 hours. So it seems like you guys can keep watch pretty well.
I'll sit up for the first 4 hours and fiddle around with whatever.
That's part of the box.
All the boxes.
Perception at disadvantage.
I'll check. I'll check all the books, make sure there's no like secret bookshelves or anything. You know.
All right, make a perception check at disadvantage.
18.
18. All right. So as you are sort of fiddling with one of these puzzle boxes, you see out of the corner of your eye some sort of shadow creep in to the room. Sort of got a hooded sort of figure with sort of got some feathers extending from the edges of its hood of its cloak, and sort of got a tail sticking out underneath the bottom of it.
Is it like a guest coming in, or is it like
No,
somebody-
it's something in the window. Somebody perched in the window outside.
How big is it? It's like a human size?
Probably a little bit bigger than around Wilford size, yeah.
Kind of squint my eyes and try to rub my eyes and take a really
You-
close look at it. And
When you rub your eyes, it's gone after you rub your eyes.
man, I really need to get some sleep. Man. It seems so real though. That was weird. I'll the rest of my watch, I'll kind of keep a close eye glancing back at that window every now and again.
The rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
Well, I'll tell Aris when I get him up, be like, I was fiddling with those puzzle boxes again, making sure I got all the gold out of it. And, I could have swore I saw a little bird creature perched in that window over there, but when I looked back again, it was gone. So I don't know. Is my mind playing tricks on me, or if there was really something there, but it'd be something to keep an eye out for.
Well, good to know. Maybe we should ask some of the people around here about they know anything about these bird creatures.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'd keep watch.
All right, make a perception check.
18.
18. Yes, your watch passes out eventfully.
And I would, so, yeah. I would have cast probably all my first and second level and third level spells in good berries the night before, sorry. That's my
Okay.
mistake.
Right.
And keep the higher level spells just in case.
All right. So you guys wake up. Yeah, wake up sort of after a full night's rest.
Head to the magic shop.
Get some breakfast. Head to
Yep.
Whatever that place is.
Tenanias. Tenanias.
Nanias.
It's Anania's shop. Yeah. It's called the Dragon's Hoard.
What? That's insane. Well, there was no D.
We're bored on
You say a magic shop or a magic?
Well, I guess we'll go and
we can go.
All right. So you guys have a breakfast there. With sort of your friend Axadaris, who you encountered here.
Axadaris, I have a question.
Sure. Yeah. I
No, I was just thinking about something you said last night.
yeah.
I'm also from a little town called Valude.
Oh,
I wonder if
you
there's-
are. You are.
Is-
Perhaps you know my my sister, Priestess Jorah.
I do, yeah.
Well,
I know her. I'm actually wearing their ceremonial garb right now.
oh.
Is my pajamas?
Oh,
my pajamas.
I'm sorry. I always forget the Hawaiian shirt and short shorts are the official garb of Samurai.
Yeah. It gets everyone by surprise. Apparently.
And then the one that's like a big cowboy hat. Yeah.
This is additional. It's not.
I'm sorry.
Not stock.
Well, it's so yes, you know Priestess Jorah. Did you work under her?
Yeah, I was actually. She taught me for a couple years.
Well, there's I don't know if you've heard, but part of the reason why I'm coming down to the Menagerie Coast is that there's been some issues there. One of her students, I think, was spying on them.
Not me.
No, not you. No. Her name was like Morgana.
I heard something about her, but I don't want to believe it.
Well, yeah, and apparently there's some sort of Tiamat worshippers as well that are causing some
They're
trouble.
trying to, yeah, because it's it was an old Tiamat temple at one point. They're trying to, they got it repurposed for samurai. No, they're just trying to come back and I don't know, take over it, I guess.
outrageous.
Yeah.
But
That's a small world.
yeah, I wasn't
Yeah, small
expecting-
world, small world.
I wasn't expecting to see you here, or anyone from Duluth, for that
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to meet anyone from Duluth either. Are your friends also from Duluth?
No,
We've been to Duluth.
they passed through.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it'd be weird to see like a pallid elf and a tiefling from Duluth.
Yeah. I met them up in Pellbank. But no, I've been meaning to head back to Duluth at some point, but there's just been so much going on around this world that's hard to just make time for home.
Just tear up and
And point of order, during the night, Ingvor, you have a dream. So backtracking a little bit, you have a dream, and in the dream you're sort of you're in the ocean, much like your old dreams with Benthos. But instead of drowning, instead of drifting to the bottom of the ocean, and then this feeling of imminent death, air being pressed out of your lungs, you're floating in the water. You feel invigorated. The water is light, and you sort of swim around. It's water. You know it's water, but you don't need to. You don't need to. You aren't suffocating. You aren't drowning. You swim around, and you spend a moment sort of swimming around, and you hear a voice tell you, the curse of Benthus is gone. Serve me, and I will give you the power he gave you.
Who are you?
I am Ol Hydra.
I'll just be mostly captivated at that point and just
And the dream ends pretty quickly.
Talk to you about your Avengers.
All right, and so Wilfred, if you want to, say anything else, you can. But
They're like
That's
old high school motto or something like that.
handshake. Yeah, we're just doing some old reminiscing about, I guess, a couple of restaurants or something, or back home.
did you know they turned the old Blockbuster into
Oh, and that mattress store. Yeah, I heard about that. No one ever goes in there anymore.
All the vape shop.
Those are popping up everywhere. Apparently, there's like 4 on like this on Main Street right now.
Wow. This is what happens when the people. I guess that's what happens when the governing body of the Rhine Plains legalizes food.
Get sued shops.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we should continue.
Dragon Sword.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. So you guys make your way to the Dragon Sword. It's a modest shop, wooden sort of hut. It's got sort of the corral gates. You sort of push your way in. Hello. You see this young-ish, but sort of probably like getting towards middle age, Dragonborn, sort of silver Dragonborn. She's a very she has a formerly Dragonborn, a shapely Dragonborn. She's, as you guys sort of come in,
That's pretty serious.
Say he was making noise.
Sorry, your dog's making noise that you've never made before.
and so you guys sort of come in. She says, hello, welcome to the Dragon's Horde. How may I help you?
well,
Tanani, I presume.
I am Tanania.
We were looking for some magic items and just wondering what you might have in stock.
Oh, well, we have all kinds of magic items. If you're looking, what are you looking for? You're looking for potions. You're looking for. I mean, we don't have a ton of armor or weapons, but you're welcome to anything. We do have some steam casted weapons.
What is a steam casted weapon?
So steam casting is sort of a it's a unique sort of craftsmanship here in Guardon. It's sort of a well-guarded secret. And so basically it's used to create sort of different types of weapons and jewelry that otherwise sort of wouldn't be able to be made. So she pulls out one, and it's sort of a Good thing, make a history check.
Oh gosh. Hey, history. That's a 16.
16. All right. So is a symbol from Draconia. It's sort of a sort of a sapphire sort of emblem of Draconia. It's got sort of this really sort of unique, beautiful sort of ornate appearance to it. This was made one of the steam casters here.
And it's a weapon.
It's an item. It allows me to talk to my loved ones back in well, back in back home. Yeah.
Oh, that's useful. Yeah, it could be handy. We were looking for
Some kind of trinkets or anything, if there was anything that you have here that could
not be
prevent
charmed.
being overwhelmed mentally or being charmed by magical traps or things, as we are about to embark on a journey where we fear that there may be many a trap and many some charming effects thrust upon us.
She pulls out sort of a bracelet. Anyone who's proficient in religion, just make a religion check for me.
Not
I'm proficient. I am. Yeah, okay. Let's try this. 19.
19. So you said 16, Wilfred?
Yes.
All right. So this is a bracelet of Ayun, the knowing mistress.
bracelet of ancient knowledge. Bracelet of anti-love. Will not fall in love. This bracelet.
And it will prevent you from being. She does it prevent you from being charmed or controlled by an outside force.
How many of these do you have?
We only have 2.
We need to put them on our 2 most powerful people.
Too weak-minded.
Would you happen to have a potion of heroism as well?
We do have a potion of heroism, yes.
I think I have a potion of heroism.
I don't.
That would be 200 gold pieces, though.
Okay.
How much for these bracelets?
150 each.
No, that's a pretty good deal. I'll take I'll take a potion of heroism.
All right.
And do you have a steam forged boomerang?
We do have a steam forged boomerang.
What makes it different from a boomerang?
It's not just a stick.
Well, it can be made of something other than wood. This one is made of sort of the flesh of sort of the armor of certain beasts.
Ooh.
Well, I think I'll take one of these bracelets as well.
All right.
And I guess the other weapons that are steam forged or whatever, they also look like they're from Draconia.
So the other weapons that are steam forged, again, there's not a
Not
ton
really.
here. Typically the craftsmen want to sell their wares themselves. So I mean, you probably could find something, but there are some steam forged, like some basic steam forged swords and daggers and arrows like that.
Well, so he's getting the bracelet,
I got one of them. There's
the
2.
potion. I'll take the boomerang. I don't think
All
I
right.
had a price on that.
That would be 400 gold pieces.
400
Mm-hmm.
for the boomerang. Sure.
For sure, I had one of those potions, but I'm not saying.
Another boomerang.
Oh, here we go. The potion up here was moving that stuff.
And then I guess one of us needs to make sure we buy the other.
Yeah, if nobody else is going to buy the other bracelet, I guess
Was there something you want?
I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
Yeah.
Somebody might as well buy it.
Yeah, you should. I mean, so we're resistant to charm as being elves, so we would have we have
Oh.
advantage. So I don't know
Yeah,
what
right.
your
I think I
wisdom is. Usually that's the saving.
So Girthing, this is a storm boomerang.
Storm boomerang. Okay.
yeah, my wisdom is
400 gold.
+5. So
Let's see if it can work.
right, probably would be better for someone else.
Not one, so I'll add one. I'll just look up the stats if I ever need it. I haven't found one yet, so who knows?
Hmm.
All right.
When we were in Golgothier, I think I think it was Golgothier where we're destroying that beholder,
Mm-hmm.
and we got necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Were those anti-charm necklaces?
What were those?
'Cause I'm looking
I
for
thought they were
them.
like anti-tracking necklaces.
Anti.
or unless you talk about something else.
I think weren't those the same basically as the anti no scrying, no tracking. They're
maybe.
the same as the Cerberus assembly things.
Okay.
I have amulet of proof against location and detection.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah.
All right. So
Does
does
someone
the-
else want this other bracelet since I already have advantage?
I'll take it. How much is it?
150 gold.
and how much so do the bracelet, does it require attunement then or not?
No, it doesn't. No,
That's good. That's good.
because you guys are attuned to enough stuff.
What do the steam cast arrows do?
She pulls out some steam cast arrows, and they're basically +1 arrows.
How much do those cost?
Just probably 10 gold pieces a pop.
I'll buy 5 of them.
All right.
And do you also have bolts, steam cast bolts?
We do, yes.
So I'll take you have 20 of those?
We have 20, yeah.
Okay, so I would take 20 of the steam cast bolts and they're +1, you said?
Yes.
Can you recover arrows, or how does that work?
Yeah, you can recover arrows.
I mean, so I think officially it's like a 50% chance they break if it's even if they're magical, but it's really up to you how you want to play it, Ian.
Yeah, so the way I typically the way I was going to play it before we
Yep.
kind of we got away from some of our bowsmen, was basically that you would basically after a fight, you expend your arrows, but if you guys take the time to look for your arrows, look for your bolts, it basically lets you make a investigation check every time, and if it's good, you'll get back more than 50. If it's bad, you'll get back less than 50. Okay, so
All right, I'll actually yeah, if you have 20 of the arrows, I'll buy 20 as well.
we have 20, yeah.
I'll do that. And that's +1 like to the attack roll. Is that-
Yeah, +1 attack roll and damage.
Oh, cool. Do we want? Did anyone ask about like disarming tools, or we already said
Speed
on
traps.
that?
These tools.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's
How
the
many
place here.
sets do we have among our group? There's 2.
No, I
One.
don't.
I don't have any.
I don't have any. I'm not proficient either, so I
Yeah.
don't.
I'd probably I might get a couple more just
Alright.
if it happens
I have leather work
somewhere in
tools.
the city, yeah, just in case they break.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can buy probably an extra 3 thieves tools.
Okay.
Probably for the price of, we'll say, 30 gold pieces.
I guess it's more if we get separated or something like that. It'd be a last ditch effort to. Or if you go down,
We can just thief him
Just
off his
loot him.
body though.
that's
But if he goes down, if he gets teleported and and goes
yeah,
down,
but the trap that moved him from out of our area.
Well, I think we're off to see the wizard,
the wonderful wizard of
Wardon,
What's his name? Rayshawn.
Rayshon,
Oh, the
Ration,
dragon.
Ration,
Rayson,
Ratio.
Ratioed.
Raisin.
All right. So we got everything we needed.
Yeah, I think we're ready to head off on this adventure.
All right. So you guys begin to make your way to the abandoned city of Guardon. As you do so,
And before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself.
okay. All right.
And I'm also gonna ritually cast Phantom Steed just so we have an extra horse thingy. I
Okay.
assume we get horses back when we leave the city.
Yeah, you can pick them up from the stables if you want.
We want to, right? Yeah. So yeah.
All right. So on the so as you guys begin to make your way out of Guardon, on the outskirts of Guardon is an abandoned castle. Some of its turrets have collapsed and its walls are overgrown with vines, but the keep still resonates with power. The eyes of the gargoyles on the walls seem to follow you as you approach the building. The drawbridge across the moat is up, and the water within the canal boils and emanates a noxious scent. Lightning flashes in the distance and illuminates the ruins. An ominous foreboding dread creeps up in your stomach as you approach.
So I'll look at Angvor and say, Angvor, don't you have the ability to like detect magic? If you do, now's probably a good time to start using it.
I can
Yes.
find traps as well.
Yeah, I can detect magic anywhere and at any time.
I can dispel magic anytime, anywhere.
Wait till we get up to an actual door.
So I'll start casting because I have it as one of my invocations. I can cast it at will anytime, just
Yep.
detect magic.
Yep. So as you cast detect magic, you know there's something magical down there in the moat, as well as sort of both the drawbridge itself and the gate are magical.
Well, it seems that there is something magical within the moat, the water there. I'm assuming that maybe that creature that Lady Bathan is talking about, along with a blue guy. And
Blue.
both the bridge and the gate ahead of us are having some magical properties. I'm not sure what, but they do emit some magical properties.
Probably a lot of magic nearby. 'Cause there's talking swords.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think we just basically have to head across the bridge.
The bridge,
Well,
drawbridge is up,
well-
I assume, or is
Yep. Yeah, the drawbridge is up. Yeah.
I guess first we had to figure out how to lower the drawbridge.
Good.
I'll try and fly across.
Okay. So as you begin to sort of click your boots together, you begin to fly across.
Mhm.
You sort of fly. And
And I think the rest of us would be at the edge of the moat, sort of
Yep.
just watch.
so as you begin to fly, sort of there's a 18 hit.
Probably.
Right. So some sort of arrow sort of emanates from one of the mouths of the gargoyles, from the wall and comes down at you and does damage on this. Sorry, 1 second.
You're tieflings.
It's 94 points of damage.
107. I go unconscious and fall into the water and eaten by the magic whatever.
Does 4 points of damage. 4 points of piercing damage to you.
I'll just, it's basically like I just flinched a little bit in the shoulder.
Watch out!
I'm screaming back. I'm okay.
I
noticed. I'll keep flying forward a little bit, seeing if I
Alright.
can get the drawbridge or where I would think like the opening part of the drawbridge would be, I guess, up at the top.
All right. 2 more arrows emanate from the gargoyles.
Can we see where the arrows are coming from where we're at?
Yeah, they're coming from sort of the gargoyles sitting on the tops of the walls.
as I'm looking, like now that I'm aware where they're coming from, can I take essentially the dodge action, or like can I try and
Yeah.
dodge them? Like
Yeah, you're more
know that
welcome
they're
to.
Yeah,
trying to dodge them.
that's a good
Mhm.
point.
Yeah, so the first one to hit is a 16
You have disadvantage.
with disadvantage, yes.
Okay, that hits. Yep, yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Let's get my armor class.
Die to.
That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the second one to hit is an 8.
That misses.
Alright. So you sort of see another one sort of pierces you as you're trying to fly over, and then the second one sort of skims by.
Nice, nice.
Maybe you should say a password.
1,
Um,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And so the one will take one more shot at you as you are sort of laying on the other side, and that is a 18 to hit
All right.
Ouch.
with disadvantage.
Okay.
And then that is 5 points of piercing damage as you sort of land on the other side, and now you're out of view of the gargoyles.
Perfect.
Castle.
How far is it across this moat?
It's probably about it take about, let's see, maybe like 70 feet or so, 70 feet.
Okay.
I'll start looking around to find a thingy to release the drawbridge, whatever.
All right.
we would-
So you quickly find sort of a winch to let the drawbridge down. But as you mean to pull on it, it doesn't seem to do anything.
I'll investigate it. Look for if like
Sure.
detect if it's magical, like see if there's anything like stuck, or just kind of investigate magical things going on with it, or if there's any physical things maybe that could be stuck.
Yeah, so as you are looking around with your detect match, you see some sort of invisible thing in front of the the drawbridge.
In the front of the winch, you mean?
No, in front of the drawbridge itself.
Hmm.
So when you pull on the winch, the drawbridge seems to sort of like creak a little bit and move. But it isn't going down.
Something's holding it up.
Do I have any idea? Is an invisible just kind of like blockade a magical thing you're talking about?
Yeah, it's magical, yeah.
I'm gonna message Angor, say, Angor, what's going on? Lower the bridge.
It seems that there's a blockade, an invisible blockade that won't let me lower the bridge at the moment. I'm not sure what it is or how to get rid of it, but I mean you can't see it, but the winch wants to move. It's just something in front of the drawbridge. I'm gonna go up
Sure, it's not strong enough.
I'm sure I'm not strong enough.
You just ask the castle to let us in. It's magical, right?
Open sesame.
Let's try it.
Someone asked for a password. Castle Gordon, will you please let us in? Enter your premise.
You hear a voice that says, "Enter if you dare."
Will you let us in?
In your head.
Open the door.
Yeah.
All that awaits is your doom. And all of a sudden, the drawbridge sort of comes down.
Wow. Oh, you did it, Angor.
I did it. Hey, I got it open, guys.
It was delayed.
Yeah,
You just had to get it. You had to get it stuck.
it was a little stuck. I got it though.
I assume that was just in your head.
Was it just my head that I heard
It
it?
was
Or
just
better.
your head, yeah.
With a lot of different voice.
I guess it was just Angor. Let's go. Let's walk.
So
To be honest, I actually heard a
I
voice
guess,
in my head.
yeah. And I'll say, I think our best chance is probably just to run across and try to
Dash.
try to dash.
All right. So you guys
Especially
are
for, maybe Erdak, I know you can move a little faster, so you may be able to dash and dodge both.
all right. So you guys are going to try and dash across.
I think so.
I'm just
All right.
gonna walk.
Make him dodge.
No.
Duck and weave.
All right. So as you guys
I'm
begin to
walking.
dash across, 3 arrows will come out. One is
Yep.
aiming at you, Erdak.
Mhm.
That is a 12 to hit.
Nope.
What is aimed at you, ARs?
Mhm.
That is a 17 to hit.
Misses.
And what is aimed at you, Girthing?
Yep,
That is a 9 to hit.
misses.
All right. So they all sort of streak at you guys. You guys are sort of dashing across. And you guys are sort of able to reach their side. As Wilfred continues along at a leisurely pace, no arrows are fired at him.
Yeah.
No arrows.
Because he was polite to the castle.
Thank you, Castle, for letting me in here.
Maybe it's
To
just
my
looking,
death.
maybe it's just looking for a friend.
Yes, just needed a friend all along.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Castle? Are you lonely?
No response.
I know there's people that have come here that with intentions before, but
So
With intention.
So is this like an open area inside the gate, or
yeah,
So you're on you're on a very small landing in front of the gate, which is closed.
it's closed behind us?
No,
Is-
so the
is-
drawbridge is down, but then
Oh.
there's a gate. So there's sort of a small landing on this side of the moat, with a gate sort of down in front.
So I'm gonna ask Angor, is there anything magical about that gate?
I know that the gate
Yes.
has some magical properties. I'm just not sure what. I mean, I don't know how to get this gate open myself either.
I'll cast find traps.
Okay. So as you cast a sort of find traps on this door, it is trapped.
Well, I can tell you it's definitely trapped. Can I tell like what kind of trap it is or anything like that?
Yes, I believe it is.
It's nowhere.
detect. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What is
I think
find
it-
traps?
I think
say?
it highlights it for find traps.
Yeah, I don't think it certainly doesn't tell you much about just where it is.
So you could point out where the
Mhm.
trap is.
So they really should tell you more.
The spell's long.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
for-
whole spell. And it's like one activation. It's not like a 10-minute thing, like detect magic.
It says I learn the general nature of the danger posed by a trap.
Okay.
You might know like damage type or something.
But I don't think it does anything that's like
How to undo a trap.
like if it's
Yeah.
not intended to be a trap, but it's just like
Yeah, it says like if it
pitfall.
was
like just natural hazards.
it wouldn't reveal a natural weakness in the
Yeah.
floor, unstable ceiling, or a hidden sinkhole.
Unless it is made that way.
But just like
yeah.
yeah,
So if you're-
intentional traps, basically.
Mhm.
Well, I will say that there is an evocation magic trap on this door.
well, you would know the magic type, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can determine the nature of the trap and maybe how to disarm it?
Make an investigation check. Yeah.
Hey Wilfred, you want to give me a hand here and give me some guidance?
I'll give you guidance.
E4.
So that is a 2 plus a 15, 17, 26 total.
Nice.
26. All right. So as you are sort of fiddling with the lock, you find basically that you feel like the magic is sort of based on one of these tumblers or one of these triggers, and if you sort of hold it up, you think you can probably get it to basically keep from triggering the trap on this door.
I'd like to try to disarm it then.
All right. Make a disarm. Make a thieves' tools check.
That's a nat 1 for a total of 16.
All right. So all of a sudden, you guys, as he's feeling through, you hear this sort of rushing sound. And I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Another nat 1.
Is this a magical effect
It is a magical effect, yes.
that I get advantage against magical effects?
I do too, and it did not help.
All right. So
Ooh, natural.
what'd you guys roll?
Well,
I got a
16.
30.
Another nat 1 for 6.
All right.
9.
So your thing failed. ARs failed. You roll a 30, right, Erdak?
You fail.
Saved. And Ava, what'd you roll?
12.
Fail. Wilfred, what'd you roll? 16, save.
Nice.
So if you failed, you take 26 points of fire damage.
I'd like to
If you-
cast absorb elements.
So 13.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have that.
And had 50 saved.
Yeah, so 13 if you saved, yeah. As the party is hit with a fireball.
Okay.
Or if you're resistant to fire.
Yep. So did you save Angor? You did not, right?
No, I did not save, so I'm just taking. I took 13.
Okay. So did only Girthing take the full brunt of the damage?
I think so. I used to have fire resist, but I think we swapped it out a long time ago. As a dragonborn, but I don't think I have that anymore.
So sorry guys, my bad. I was kind of like I accidentally dropped my picking.
Oh.
That burns.
Yeah. Oh wow.
No problem.
I was getting a little cold. I was getting a little cold in these mountains, but yeah. Well, I mean, I maybe it won't go off again. Maybe we could just open it now.
It is a magical effect.
Is it still trapped? Do we think?
Can you
His craft thing's gone, I think.
I assume
can you see the magic on it?
Is the magic still there?
Yeah, this door is still magical.
Well, yeah, based on what that guy was saying, it seemed like the traps rearmed themselves.
Oh, that's rough. Well,
Well, we could all step back
Yeah.
slowly.
how confident are you? It's okay to fail once there, Aris. How confident are you to do it again?
The fail
Okay.
again?
I twitched. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It was just a bad move. I was a little nervous. I think this time I can get it.
Well, maybe we should all take a couple steps back. Just
About 25 feet back.
Yeah. Good space.
Actually, no. You need at least 40 feet.
Can I tell if it's still trapped?
Make an investigation check.
So that is a 26.
It's still trapped.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you guys step back a bit? I don't know how far you can get back, but
We'll step back.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll step
All right.
back.
So everyone's
Here's the
sort of
guidance.
I mean, we just saw
and I'll,
fire.
and I'll try to disarm it again.
all
Don't,
right. Make another thieves skill check.
don't mess up again.
You
Guidance.
wanna guidance? Okay.
No, step back.
Sounds good. So that's a not as bad, but not great. That is a 24.
24. So as you sort of twist the tumbler, you sort of panic a bit, sweat, but you are able to disarm the trap, and the door sort of creaks open.
Nice.
Okay. I'll yell to the guys. Hey guys, well, not yell, but you sort of whisper loudly. Hey guys, I think we're in. And then I'll go ahead and open the door and peek inside, or
So it's-
crack the door.
Yeah. So as you sort of crack the door, and peek inside, let's see if we can, get a quick, sort of view of this entryway, real quick. Maybe not. So as you sort of peek in, sort of the entryway is sort of just sort of it's sort of a normal sort of like basically like a four-way sort of intersection, right? As it's got sort of a basic sort of there are sort of three exits and there's the front exit from this, and it's all sort of open, but it's got sort of a curved dome ceiling over it as this is sort of like a guardhouse or a gatehouse, something like that.
Well, I'm gonna wait till Angvor gets up and say, Angvor, maybe you and I should go first.
Yeah.
Since you have detect magic up.
Yeah.
And then we'll sort of stealthily go forward.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so you guys begin to sort of stealthily go forward. Can I have you guys make a perception check and a stealth check for me? So
I can-
party stealth check. Two
Party.
leads.
I'm
perception.
gonna cast pass without trace.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So that gives a +10 to everyone's stealth checks.
Down.
The 29 for ARs and stealth.
All right.
What is it's just plus your dex modifier.
Yeah, unless you're proficient. Then
Okay.
I
Great. Great thing. What'd you roll?
plus 15, or I had a 15.
15. All right. Yaris rolled a 29. Erdak, what'd you roll?
I got a 34.
34. All right. You
I got a
ghost.
35.
All right. Nice, Wilfred. All right. Name for what'd you roll?
I got 17 on scout.
All right. So although Ingvor and Girthing are a little bit noisy, did both of you add the plus 10 to that?
Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
plus 10 to
Yeah, it was
4. So
All right. Yeah. But you guys are a little bit clumsy. But overall, you guys, quick.
It lasts for an hour.
But you guys overall, more successes than failures. And so you guys sort of begin to move through sort of the entryway. Along the way, you see a variety of sort of statues of different figures, some of which look like they're frozen in somewhat unnatural positions. But you have a choice of basically 3 ways: forward, right, or left.
how far down can we see each direction?
Probably a good 30 to 50 feet.
And do they turn, or is there like doors, or is
So
it just...
the 2 on the side look like they are basically hugging the outside wall, at least as far as you guys can see, and they sort of turn at a right angle.
Okay.
The one forward goes forward, but it sort of also sort of reaches sort of a T junction up ahead. It goes forward. Yeah, and there's sort of like a T junction, and there's a door at the end.
Would I be able to use locate object to find where that sword is based on the description that lady, what's her name, gave to us?
Do you have to see it? That's my question. It's familiar to you is what it is, right?
It's described enough. I think if it's like a well
Well, it
described.
says can
No.
locate the object known to you as long as
I
you've
know.
seen it up close.
No.
But then it also says the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
No.
Does anyone else have swords?
But nobody else has cursed sword that we know of. Of
Can I specify a cursed sword?
course, it might not be cursed.
I'm not gonna let you do this. I feel like it's too much of a violation of the rules.
Assessed sword.
Or maybe none of us really have souls.
The nearest soul.
The nearest ration.
Well,
Nearest ration.
they said that the sword was in like the center of the castle,
But it's
right?
also an
So I would-
object, not a. Yeah. We should have asked Deluru
Which way he
Can
went?
how to get to the sword.
We didn't know how this castle was laid out.
How do I find you?
Little did we know it was a.
A maze.
Oh, so you're asking the castle how
I'm
you
just asking straight out. How do I find you?
I mean, we're all right here.
So it comes back and says, "Go forward."
I walk forward.
All right, so you walk forward. Make a perception check as you do that.
Nate.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 on my perception too.
Okay.
That's a 22.
22. So as you're sort of walking forward, you see a portion of the floor that looks, both you and AR see a portion of the floor that looks sort of a little bit off. And you sort of stand there, you look at it, you search your way
Yep.
around it.
You mean down there or just around that?
No response.
I'll go around it.
Yeah, we'll point
Right.
it out to everyone else.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like right about that brick, that piece of stone there.
You guys need to make your way through. Make
Oh,
your way.
Yeah, I would still say Angvor and I are up front.
Okay.
Stealthing it. Maybe the rest of the party is what, 30 feet back? That's not that far.
Avor, did you roll a perception check?
No, yeah.
Okay.
That's a 17.
17. All right. So 19 to 17. All right. You guys make your way down sort of to the end of the hallway. And there's a door in front of you. There are sort of basically unlit hall to the right and a lit hall to the left.
Unlit, lit.
Mm.
Well, if it's abandoned,
Does the door look magical, or is the door magical? I mean,
The door is magical, yes.
Probably assuming that every door is gonna be trapped in here.
he did say every door was trapped.
Yeah.
and is there magic? Can I detect magic within 30 feet of on the left or the right?
Yeah, so as you look down to the left, right, there is no magic on either direction.
Well, it seems that this door in front of us here is magical, but within the vision that I have, the area, I can't see any magical area down either direction, left or right at the moment, but I'm not sure how far down they go, so.
Wow.
But I'm assuming that this door is most likely trapped as well and probably locked, so.
You wanna try one of the hallways?
And it seems to be the best bet.
Would you like a story if you told me for a direction?
No response.
No story.
No story. Would you like to tell me a story? Doesn't have to be anything about this specifically, but
Yes, I want to tell you a story about a band of villains called Vox Machina and how you will help me get my revenge on them.
Sounds interesting.
interesting. Go on.
That's all I can give you for now.
Are you trying to become free?
No response.
Just say free.
Free?
Okay.
We can't place it.
I know,
Yeah. Are you trying to become fruity? Are you trying to become fruity?
No response.
So what do you guys want to do? Should we
Well-
try to go through the door or go either left?
I think just go down this hallway to the left seems most inviting at the moment. It's lit. There's no magic down there that I can sense. So, I mean, I think if we keep being quiet and just, I'm gonna keep detecting magic to see if there's anything magical in front of us. But,
When you're in a murder house, you go to the less murder rooms.
yeah,
First,
True.
first.
So, okay, so the lit hallway was to our right or to the left?
To the left.
To the left, okay.
so let's just head down there and just go slow and watch the ground as well, just in case there's any traps on the ground, but.
Okay, make a perception check, whoever's in the lead.
I think it would still be at.
Yeah, I think so too, but I was just
Yep.
13 this time.
25.
25. All right. So as you are sorry, 1 second. As you're sort of making your way through, yeah, as you're sort of making your way down this hallway, what was that called? You guys begin to see sort of a basically you guys see a sort of a almost like what looks like a spider's web sort of spread out across the hallway.
In front
And
of us.
it's basically invisible to Angvor, but ARS, you're able to sort of catch the tricks of light as you see it in front of you.
Mhm. And it's like blocking the hallway.
It's blocking the hallway, yeah.
I'll stop Angor and I'll say,
Why'd you stop?
there's a spider web up ahead. Can't you see it? No, it's right there.
Those are the worst.
Oh, ooh, thank you. Oh, man.
So I think we have, and you said it is blocking the hallway?
Yeah, it's blocking the hallway.
I think, guys, we have two choices. One, we can turn back or we can light it up.
Well, I mean, I usually just kind of tear these things down when I go through, like,
The magical spider web.
I don't know, is it magical spider web?
No, it's not magical. You would have detected if it was magical.
It seems to be just a normal spider web to me. I mean, it doesn't seem to be magical at all. I mean,
It means no one's come through here in the past
Seems
2
like-
hours.
So you
Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
do you think we should just burn it? I mean, it may alert people to our presence, but I don't know how it seems like, you know, the main guardian of this castle knows we're here anyway.
yeah, that's
I
true.
would think it would be
I think we just get rid
less
of the web.
ridiculous to just kind of sweep it aside and
That trident of yours has got some range there, doesn't it? I think you could use that to,
The trident thing.
yeah.
I also have a boomerang.
That's
That if I miss, I get it back. If
that's true.
I don't, we probably all
What
die.
if it gets stuck in the web?
Oh, we can go get it.
not, I was thinking more just like routine with the
Yeah,
trident,
yeah.
not like
Oh,
Just
that's.
kinda-
Copy that. from 60 feet away. Like,
It's got some range.
Yeah, if you use your trident, you could stand a couple 10 feet back and
yeah,
put this, spider web out for
Yeah,
us.
we can all just kind of huddle behind you to block any.
Yeah.
So maybe Gerthang will come up then and use his trident, and then I'm gonna Aris would then try to pull out his hand crossbow and be alert for anything that maybe needs.
Okay.
Spiders
I also-
coming out.
I also have the cloak of arachnid, which says I can't be caught in webs of any sort.
Oh, that's nice.
That could be useful.
Just walk right through it. Arrow
I
through
can
it.
move through webs as if they were difficult to remove.
Oh wow.
All right. So as you begin to sort of yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
like
He gave me the man ray cloak. I look like a man ray. You look like a arachnid.
And so as you begin to walk through this, how much do you weigh, Gerthang?
with things, it's a lot. Well, I'm trying to remember. I wrote down 100 and something somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Apparently, I'm carrying 99 pounds on me, according to the
Okay.
IMDb. I had a weight somewhere on this page. But I don't
I
see
would think a
it.
dragonborn would be pretty sturdy.
There's another paper. I think I am like fairly short and stout. Maybe it was even 200 and something. I think it was like 230.
450 pounds.
I think I was like 230 or something like that. But
Okay.
not.
Okay. So as you
Yeah.
pass through, you are able to sort of you basically catch the web with your trident and sort of discard it. Sort of
245 plus 80 some pounds or 90 some.
okay. All right. Yeah, you're fine. So sort of there's sort of a room so that you can sort of discard the web.
And I'm assuming like Angvor and I would be closely behind him,
Mm-hmm.
like
Alright.
looking
What-
for magic as
Yeah.
well as looking
That's-
for any.
How much do you guys weigh?
We're talking like just you said overall.
Yep.
I mean, I think I'm pretty light. I probably weigh maybe like, I'd probably say like 160 pounds.
Okay.
I think with everything on, we're talking like
Well-
185, 190.
So
I'd
as you
probably-
guys begin to
Probably closer to 200 with stuff on.
Yeah.
so as you guys sort of enter the room, you can hear this sort of this click sound. And anything that's magnetic is now being pulled towards the ceiling.
Hmm.
Interesting. How forcefully is it being pulled?
Quite forcefully, very, very, very strongly is being pulled towards the ceiling.
I tried.
Oh, man.
What'd y'all do?
Well,
I don't have a lot with metal actually. I mean, I guess it'd be pieces of metal on my crossbow maybe.
Yeah. So you see your crossbow's probably ripped out of your hands. The bolts will probably be pulled up.
The metal tips.
Yeah.
interesting.
I got a bunch of swords.
Yeah. So girthing, basically everything, all of your weapons are being pulled towards the ceiling.
Yeah.
Scream back and stay out.
But my boomerang is made of bone, so that's good.
That is good.
Oh, there may be traces of iron in those bones.
Sure. The other one's made of wood.
Yeah. So your trident is being pulled towards the ceiling, girthing.
I'll try to keep it if possible, but
All right. So you'll try and hold on to it, and eventually the magnet is strong enough that it will begin to sort of pull you ever so slightly up, and you're on your tippy toes pulling against it.
Is the ceiling really, really high?
Yeah, it's quite high. Yeah, it's probably
I probably don't want to go up there.
So I would be looking for,
I'll let it go.
I'd be looking for some sort of anything that's magical, right?
Mhm.
Right, I'd be asking Angor, is anything magical in this room? Then I'd be looking for any sort of levers to.
okay. Yeah, make a perception check. Nothing is magical in this room.
Not even the ceiling.
Other than
Not
the
even,
stuff.
not even the ceiling. No, it's just a magnet.
Of course. Perception, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, 10.
I guess or investigation. You can choose.
Okay. I would do investigation. So
All right. Yeah, you probably would. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, roll again.
So that is a 27.
27. All right. So you quickly run to the other side of the room, and this side of the room is now dark, and you quickly find a lever that seems like it might be something that might work.
Yeah, I'd pull it. I
All right,
if
so you
it's-
pull it. Pull it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So whoever's in the room, can you have a dexterity saving throw for you, please?
All the metal just
Saving.
falls apart.
Hey, that's a 17.
Yeah, who knows what all's already up on the ceiling.
It's like 20 people up there.
That's a huge.
All right. All right. So what'd you roll, Girthing?
17.
All right. So you save. Yaris?
13.
13. So you fail. And then Angel, what'd you roll?
12.
12. So you also fail. So the people who failed, you guys take 12 points of piercing damage. As swords and arrows and even sort of one body sort of falls from the ceiling. A heavily armored person falls from the ceiling as you guys turn off the magnet.
Would have been a slow and painful death.
Yeah.
Just stuck to the ceiling there.
As things keep coming up at him.
Yeah.
Well, that was an interesting room, as we now have seems to be turned off the magnet. I will use create bonfire in the middle of the room to give us some light towards the other half of the room as well.
All right. So the other half of the room, and so the side that they are on, it's sort of got some curvature towards it. There's some optical illusion, something going on there.
Something magical.
No, it's not magical. It's just not some sort of optical illusion.
Okay. So I'd retrieve, all my stuff that went up and stow it. I'd also be looking, I'm like, Angor, is there anything else in here that's magical? And if so, I'd try to take it.
I mean, I don't see much of anything other than our stuff. It seems like, I mean,
Yep.
the stuff that we have.
Okay.
And the body, does it look like it could have been? I guess we don't know when. What's his name went in here? How long ago? Oluru.
He didn't say.
How long? Because like if he was in like a couple months ago. Body.
Is this his companion, essentially? Well, I mean, I'll look at the body and look around, and then I'll turn my head back to the body and just look. He looks like he's fairly well dressed, and I'll go search the body, see if he's got any gold on him.
All right, make the investigation check.
Yeah, that is a 20.
20. All right, so he has 70 gold pieces on him. And you find a nice sort of opulent sort of amulet of the Dawn Father, sort of a pendant of the Dawn Father sort of hanging around his chest.
We didn't ask him about his companions very much.
Ooh, and I'll just, bend down and I'll pick that up, pick all those things up. And then I'll start looking around again. Is there doors in the other? Is this like a one-way thing that we know of? No
Yeah, I mean,
other
so
doors?
it looks like basically this is a room, sort of a room, and sort of the one exit is where you guys come from, and the other exit is sort of where there's optical illusion, where the like again the hallway looks like it's curving kind of, but again it looks it looks different. The different angle you look at it, something's very off about it.
I'll message the rest of the party and say, it's safe to come in now, like once.
All right.
And we can be all, closer together again. So it looks like it is a path forward, but it is like curving off or something, right?
Yeah, well, you might have to be careful because you get seasick.
Yeah, I'll pop out my owl familiar and have it fly down the optical illusion and kind of look through his eyes and listen.
All right, yeah. So as you fly through send it through, this sort of again, it has a curve to it, and it quickly drops downward. It's some sort of like ramp or slide. And as the owl familiar is flying, a bolt will shoot out from the wall. Does a 14 hit?
Probably. Let me check. Yep.
Yours was Brooks.
And that is 5 points of piercing damage.
Which is enough to vaporize him.
All right. So as he's flying down, sort of this, and your familiar is
familiar.
Screen goes black.
And I'll lay a hand on the Yaris' shoulder and be like, I understand how it feels, and I'll call Demon Chad back from Brick Salt.
This is Angforest Mountain.
You did good. You did good. Good job. I want to hear all about it, but right now, Demon Chad, I'm gonna need you to go down this hallway, and kind of figure out what's down there.
Could we?
And he's invisible. I mean, he's
Okay.
gonna go invisible and go down the hallway.
Okay. Yeah. So as you begin to fly down the slide, these are motion activated sensors. And so arrow will fly out a Demon Chad. And that is an 8 to hit.
Oh, nice. And what is that again for? Oh, it's a that misses.
All right, so sorry. Sort of skims wide.
And then just kind of see what's down there, essentially.
So as he flies down, you find sort of this pit, sort of filled with it's sort of like somewhat filled with water, but it's filled with these nasty, sort of sharpened spears and spines, and there's something moving in the water.
Yeah, that's not. I think we need to turn around, guys. Seems to be dead end, literally a dead end trap down there. I mean, I think that's why it's curving away, is it doesn't want us to get back out if we go down there.
Yeah, it
And
seems like it
there's
would be
a
hard.
good pit trap down there with spears to kill us all. So I think we should probably turn around.
That sounds good. Yeah.
I agree.
Try the other room.
So yeah.
Let's try the dark hallway.
That
Dark.
we could see if we can open that door at this point.
I always have light.
Yeah.
And where you would know the door is trapped with conjuration magic.
Okay.
Conjures are right.
Let's try to open it.
Open
So
the door
we're
for
gonna
me.
go through the dark one then first.
We can go down the dark hall. And gaslight.
Yeah.
And we can go down the dark hall, the unlit hallway.
All right.
I would probably try to stealth ahead of the light just a little bit so I'm invisible.
All
All right.
Start-
Make a stealth check, ARS, with pass without trace.
Yeah, it's still.
Yeah, that's a 40.
All right. All right. So you will yeah, yeah, so you mean to sort of move through the darkness, jump ahead, but you guys yeah, so what are you guys doing as you sort of enter this room?
So in the hallway, and then we come to a room,
Hold on to my trident.
and there's
Yeah.
nothing. So there's nothing magical that we see yet. Is that right?
So
Angor would be, I think, behind a little bit.
okay, yeah. So yeah. So again, give me a little bit of layout of the how the party's advancing.
Yeah. So I think it would be. So here's how I see it. I'd be up front. And what is light? 40 feet,
Mm.
20 feet.
20 feet from me, I believe.
plus 20 feet then.
Yeah, 20 feet, 20 feet. So.
Yep. So I would be like probably just.
I could
beyond
stay
the
back
light.
behind the group as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then I think so. Let's say I am 50 feet from Wilford,
Mhm.
and then I think perhaps. Where do you want to be?
Yeah.
Angor? Do you want to be
Like
like
10 feet behind you.
yeah? So in the
Okay.
dim light.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be
All right.
somewhere. So I think I have to be within 30 feet to keep doing past out of trees.
I think
Okay.
you.
Unless
I
it's just
think
like
that's
a
when you
line.
cast it.
I think
it's
when you
cast,
cast
and then
it,
it's
then,
just
yeah.
well, I'd stay in the middle somewhere.
And I can lead the back group.
Okay.
All right. So can I have Ingvor and ARS roll perception checks for me, please?
It's 17.
17 for me as well.
All right. So as you're walking, sort of, as you're sort of walking down the hallway, you first thing you see, Ingvor, is you see sort of a glyph on the floor. It sort of lights up with your detect magic that you have up, right?
Okay, so I think we would stop when we saw that.
Well, yeah. So I'm telling you where this is happening. So what do you do basically?
So we see a glyph.
I
Yeah.
see. I mean, well, I'm not sure with that, but it seems to be a magical glyph there. I'm not sure. Do I detect any more magical points in the 30 feet ahead of me at all? Or
So I think at that point I would stop and let Angor come up with me to the glyph.
Okay.
like this behind the glyph.
So yeah, so as you guys are sort of approaching the glyph, there is a tripwire across sort of in front of the glyph, that you guys set off with a with a 17 perception. And so you guys will so basically the glyph will be activated by the tripwire. And so 1 second. I need to pull up the
We'll need you to roll new characters.
all right, yeah, quickly generate new stats, please.
Yeah, I will now play as Blue.
Gerthing's Hunter's playing as Brick Salt now.
Yeah, Brick Salt, there we go. So come
I
on.
heard it was Angler's Mountain. I'm coming to find Angler.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna run Angler's Mountain.
Okay, so sorry. Yeah, so you guys will take so everyone's sort of in a straight line. So basically it'll set off a sort of a lightning bolt. And so I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw that's in a straight line behind them.
Is it like what? How wide is the hallway?
It's probably about 20 feet wide. So anyone within 5 feet sort of behind, and then how far does lightning bolt go?
Is that the way lightning works? Is 5 feet on either side? Or just
Yes,
straight?
it is. Yeah, it's 5 feet on either side.
So yeah, so it'd probably catch almost everyone.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
And a magical effect.
22.
That's a dex saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dex saving throw. Yeah, so 5 feet wide blast. All right, so that is if you fail, that is 28 points of lightning damage. If you succeed, that is 14.
All right, and the save is
Sorry, yeah, what did you guys roll?
19.
23.
Save,
20.
save,
17.
fail.
Oh, then I failed.
What was the fail? 28 points.
28 points, yeah.
I'm accidentally healing myself. I'm like, I'm on my number.
I'll look around to see how people are looking for damage. I'm thinking Angor is looking a little bit like.
I started out the day so well.
I-
It's not a bad. It's probably not the best idea to start flying over there, but we had to get in somehow. Yeah, taking a little bit beating here with these traps. I can say.
I just asked, and I could walk in. And I walked in, and I didn't get hit.
So I'll give Angor 30 good berries, and I'll take 30 myself. And just start eating.
beauty actions.
It's like berry slime.
I mean, I know it'll take a while, but
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think you can do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I feel a little bit better now. Thank you, thank you. And we'll step over. I don't know if the tripwire stayed active, but we'll step over where it is, I guess, and try and keep on moving. And
Well, what's the glyph?
Oh, the glyph was activated by the tripwire.
Okay.
that was the magic tool
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
And I'll be looking out for more tripwires more intentionally. I
Yep.
guess.
Yep. Yep. So you guys make your way to the end of the hall without an issue. And at the end of the hall, there's sort of another door to a room.
Is there anything magical about it?
Yes, it is magical.
Can we tell if it's trapped?
With conjuration magic, it is not trapped.
Well, I mean, it's a magical door. Is it
locked then?
I don't know. We can try and open it.
Try to look at it.
I mean, that's what we came here for.
Um,
Right?
Yeah.
It is locked.
I'm gonna turn around the first time I see a door.
Oh no, a door. Well, we
Okay,
tried.
fine.
We got that 1,000 gold
I'll-
down payment, right?
I'll ask Wilford.
for the vault.
I'll ask Wilford to shine his light.
Am I up here now?
Yep,
all right.
yeah.
Um, think I can do both.
Shine your light in.
Guidance is like 1 minute.
One is concentration, the other one is
Light is not.
yeah. I can guidance you.
And so if I can I use that as help so I get advantage on this?
Instead of a D4.
I'm just asking. Well, it would be guidance
Right.
and because
Yeah,
you
with
know
the
when
light.
Wilfred if Wilfred is helping me, does that work or not? Really?
No, he's not helping you actually pick the lock. That's not
Okay.
how like perception check. He's all helping you look around. He's not actually helping you pick the lock. He's just sort
Yeah,
of
that's fine.
again if he's looking for traps, he could help, but no.
Yeah.
It's never held a thieves tool in his life.
That is a
Hold it.
23.
All right, so you feel the lock unlock and the door swings open.
I guess we can go on in.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
We look in. Can we look? I take a look
And
inside.
did you
first.
say it was Angor? Did you say this is abjuration magic?
Conjuration.
Conjuration. Okay.
I'll send Demon Chat inside first, guys. Just hold on a little bit and let's
Yep.
see if he sees anything. And
All right, so
Anything affects-
you send Demon Chad through the door, and he appears outside the castle.
Good move.
I'll be like, yeah. I mean, it seems that this is not the right door. I'll snap. I mean, he can teleport back to me, and so I'll get him back to me. But
Okay,
Yeah.
so we need to go back to that other door. then.
it just seems to be not a good door. This is one of those ones that teleports you outside the castle.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
All
actually a room in there, but yeah.
Does it do it consistently, or does it?
Like if you send him back
We
out.
need to form a hypothesis.
Here you go, Demon Chat. Go through again.
What happens in the past doesn't always dictate what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe the trap's worn off now, Demon Chat. Here, go in again. Oh, the 5th time, I think. Yeah.
Well, you need
Ah!
three to do statistics. So
Yeah.
30 is 30 is a large
trials?
sample, right? So you need 30
Now,
trials.
Yeah, it seems that this door is
Keep putting them through. Keep putting them
certainly
through.
has some
Each good
So-
area.
teleportation magic.
So we'll go back to the primary door and
All right.
come out to the tripwire again.
All right. So you guys again, you know where the tripwire is. You guys can step over it. And quickly you make your way back to the primary door. This door
Okay.
is magical.
And what was the type of magic?
Conjuration.
Conjuration.
And
This one was trapped too. I
it
think.
is trapped.
Yeah.
It is trapped.
Can we determine what type of trap? I mean, can we try to disarm the trap then?
Yeah, you can try and disarm the trap.
And what would that be? Investigation?
That would be
Or what would
I think that would be a thieves tools check.
a thieves tool?
Yes, well I always thought it was, but I'm not 100% on that now.
I thought it was like Dex, but proficient or something like that.
Yeah, Dex proficient. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
You're proficient, or if you have thieves tools or something.
Okay, so thieves tools so it's trapped, yeah, to disarm the trap. Okay, sorry, never mind. Yeah, I'm
Hey, you got this, buddy.
so
You got this,
guidance,
buddy.
all right.
We believe in you.
Yeah, it says dexterity. check.
Well, so that is still a 20.
Oh,
20.
wow.
All right. So as you're sort of picking it,
What guidance? It's 20.
you feel that like this sort of the sucking sound almost sort of enters in, and you hear then as they are sort of you feel the trap disarm, and whatever the sound was appears to be gone.
Well,
That was close.
now I think we
Yeah.
can unlock it if it's locked. I mean, that's the next step. I
Yeah.
think.
Is it locked?
It is locked, yes.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll ask for guidance again. And try to Man, we're doing terrible, but that's 21.
21. All right. So you are able to unlock this door. It comes unlocked, and the door opens.
Well, you want to see if this one teleports you too?
Yeah. 30 tries again,
30 times we have to do this every more door.
because if it doesn't.
All right. So you
then
send
it doesn't. Try it again.
Yeah,
you
I'll
send
it.
Demon Chad through, and it does not teleport him outside the castle.
I'll tell him to fly back and forth at least 24 times.
All right. He keeps flying back and forth, but he doesn't seem to be effective.
Yeah, relocks and traps. So
I think this one's I can confidently say this one's safe. We can walk through this one.
all right.
At least teleportation wise. I don't know about anything else. All we wanted to check for was that, right?
So
Yes.
that's the only thing that could possibly go wrong. So
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Is it light or dark in the room?
is light, and as you enter in, you see basically a circular room filled with mirrors.
We've had mirror rooms
Oh.
before.
Okay, so it's a circular room filled with mirrors.
And as you enter in, you see a small deep gnome in the middle of the room wearing sort of a wizard's hat and sort of dark robes.
I'm sorry, did Demon Chad see that?
Yeah, Demon Chad sees it, yeah.
Do we want to do anything differently
Saw
besides
it.
entering?
Saw a what? Sorry, I was looking at my inventory.
You guys, Demon Chad sees a deep gnome wearing a wizard's hat and sort of long, sort of wizard's robes.
Hmm.
In the middle, in the room,
In the
and
middle of the
Sitting in the middle of the room, yeah.
So before we go in, let me see. Can I do a message to?
interesting. And so you're saying Demon Chad's the only one who sees it, even
No,
though
everyone
everyone's
would see
I
it
see.
when you're
He's
walking.
just the first one that went in and saw it.
Okay, just making sure.
So now we're
So-
deciding.
So I'll point my finger to him and cast a message before going into the room and saying, and who might you be?
He turns around and he gives you this sort of this evil smile. He says, "I am from the mirror realm." Did you think that you could get away from Mirror Strothgan so easily?
Here's Strothcan.
Oh, I remember him. We
Software.
left him there, right?
We left him
in the
behind.
mirror realm when we went there from Uthadurn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't think
while
I was
ago.
with you guys.
The ghost is
Guys, this was in Golgothier, so yeah, you guys left him in the.
It was with the guy that we killed, the beholder
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still outside the room, right? At this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Can we see if there seems to be any exit other than this door out of the room? Like,
Yeah, that is the thing. Again, it looks like there you can't see any obvious exit from this room.
Just a bunch of mirrors.
And be careful, because when we
Where we just
were
destroyed the mirrors.
something like the Strothkin stuff before, didn't he pull somebody into the mirrors?
Mhm.
Yeah, we had our mirror version attack us.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe Demon Chad.
I could be a mirror version
think
of
about
us.
Do you think Demon Chad should try one of the mirrors?
I'll send him around and
Then we'll get angel chat.
Let's do it. Try both ways. You do that, we do.
Alright, so as you send Demon Chad in there, you make him visible, I assume.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And as you send him in there, you see he sort of looks in the mirror and he sees his reflection, but it's not a sort of demonic sort of imp-like creature. It's a sort of angelic fey-like creature that sort of it looks back at him.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look through and be looking through his eyes and just kind of realize this. I mean, this definitely reminds me of the mirror realm and what we went through there. It does seem to be similar, at least. Who knows? We quite possibly could have been here before, but we may not have known it because we got
Yeah,
transported.
we were going through a couple of different rooms.
Yeah.
and
I don't remember exactly what all those rooms were like, but I do
Didn't we
remember
leave
passing
somebody behind.
Strothgan, right?
Strothkin.
This is the guy that we
That's
left
the guy
behind.
we left behind. Why were past us such jerks now?
I don't remember leaving him behind, but
Neither Erdike or ARS were with you guys, I don't think.
Past problems make future.
Well, how did you arrive here, Strothgan mirror realm person?
I was trapped here when you left me there. I was pulled by the force in this castle, and I was imprisoned here, and I cannot leave this room.
Why not? What's preventing you?
He sort of gesticulates with his hands towards the mirrors.
Oh,
There's a door here.
the mirror are preventing you?
Don't you need something to pass through those mirrors?
I do.
Oh, interesting. And I think we'll look around and be like, should we just silently shut the
He can't get to. I mean,
you can't get to us right now,
I
right?
get magic. I
Can't
have
leave.
the doors, but
we
have to.
was there any other paths that we?
just the one down there, the door. So
There's a
you're
three-
saying you could well there were the two
There were
side
three
paths.
paths.
Because we took this.
we
We
took
took
this
the
one
center
path
path
first.
and went left and right,
So we
and
could
now
go
we're
back.
in the middle.
We could go back to the other.
But
Other
also, I was thinking too about we could, if you said you have dispel magic,
Mhm.
you could I don't know if that teleportation
The
was with
door?
the door frame. We could try and dispel that magic and see if that worked.
I could try that.
When we were in that other room with the teleportation, did we see any other way out of that room? What did we-
Yeah, I mean, so it looked like that room was sort of was a had several doors outside.
I mean, I think that's worth the effort because
Yeah,
I mean, I know
be a
it
better
wasn't
idea.
trapped, but I mean, we could try to dispel that magical teleportation. Whatever.
It may not have been the door itself, it was the door frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll just slow.
Well,
Well,
see
we
ya.
may be back, Strauchan.
It was great seeing you.
Yeah,
Oh, and were you talking about this? And I'll pull out the mirror realm dagger. Well, we may be back to help you out.
Why did we leave him in there?
I'm not.
He was like slightly evil or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was mind controlled by the
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
So we don't.
Yeah.
He was doing bad things.
Yeah.
I was trying to leave something in the door, to just keep the door cracked so I don't have to open it again.
That's smart. That's smart.
All right, so you guys put sort of a if you find sort of a small like you crossbow bolt or something like that, some piece of wood, you can
Yeah.
leave the door sort of cracked open.
We got a lot of this stuff in the magnet room.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
gonna escape now.
You can't.
Well, we're taking his word that he can't. The door was locked.
Yeah. True. Well, I mean, yeah, let's head down to the other side and see if we can dispel that teleportation.
All right, so you
Circle.
guys make your way back, being careful to step over the tripwire again.
Yep.
And the glyph doesn't go off, and so you guys make your way to the door. And you're gonna cast spell magic.
I'll cast a spell magic on the door frame.
Okay.
Or wherever the magic, because I'm assuming Angor can see
Yeah.
if there's any magic.
Yeah, just
right?
point me to the magic now.
Yep. All right, so cast spell magic.
Is that 4th level?
It's at 4th level. Okay, you're gonna need a roll for it.
Okay.
Guidance. uh,
That's a natural 19
nice.
plus 6, I think, is what the
Yeah, 2 plus 6.
Yeah. So 25.
25. All right, 1 second while I
Think of the path.
Yeah. That would,
Okay, you succeed.
Plus
You
spell
succeed
level.
in dispel it, and so that you feel that the magic sort of dissipate from the doorway.
And demon check.
yeah.
you
Let's
again.
see.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'll send him through a few times, you know, just to
Multiple
make sure.
attempts at
And
least.
so you send him through, and he goes through to the room that you guys had seen through the doorway.
Oh, nice.
you open
Well, it seems to be. Yeah, seems to have worked. So.
Multiple times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
I say we
Not
get-
too long.
go on through there
This
before it
building has to
rearms
be-
itself.
Can wear off. So yeah.
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 Let's
I'll,
move.
I'll follow him through as I see that he didn't get teleported away.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so you enter into this room. The rest of you follow, I presume, right?
Yep. Well,
All right.
Unless he's running into a trap, and then we're.
And so there's sort of like one main door at the end of this room. There are 2 smaller doors on either side.
Hmm.
so there's a main door at the end, and then on each side is there a small door?
Mm-hmm.
Can we check out the small doors first?
Yeah.
And is there anything else magical in the room,
When does
Angor?
that simply walk in the mortar?
So there is nothing else magical in this room.
No magical things else that I see.
So I'd like to check all the doors to see if they're trapped.
Okay, so the 2 small doors are trapped. The main door is not.
So it's the main doors in the middle and then 2 side doors.
Mhm.
It must be some sort of mechanical traps then, because they definitely no magical things that I can see.
Hmm.
I think there's a good chance I can undo these traps with Wolford's help. Do you want to see what's in the smaller
Yeah,
doors?
just
or
give it a
just
shot. I mean,
Alright. Yeah, you've been getting these traps, man. Like that first one was just a fluke, but
All the others.
all the others.
Been doing good.
There's
Alright.
guidance, Wolford. So I'll go for the one on the right, I guess, and try
Alright.
to undo the trap.
Okay. All right. So undo the trap.
Well, that's better. 33.
33. So you sort of click the trap. Nothing happens.
Is the door locked?
Door is still locked. Yeah.
I'd like to guidance again and try to unlock the door.
All right.
So that's a 31.
All right. So you sort of turn the tumblers. You unlock the door. The door swings open. And you see in front of you sort of a massive courtyard in the center of this keep.
Hmm.
And in it you see a sort of a giant sword sort of stabbed down in the center of this sort of courtyard.
Who has the amulets?
I have one.
Well, do we know
don't
that
have
it's
the-
I got one.
Yeah, it's probably good to have the healer.
Do I have? Is it one that has to be attuned?
No, he said.
No.
No. Okay.
With a dispel magic on them, it's probably good that they have it.
okay. Should we send Demon Chad through the doorway just to see if it's
I think that's a
One
smart
last
idea.
That might be an illusion or something.
yeah, just a little bit into the doorway.
Yeah,
Send this in the mirror room.
I'll send him through.
All right, so you send him through. Nothing happens. He goes
Well.
through into the court.
Guess also the door's not magical.
Yeah, why don't you pull him back before he gets too close?
Yeah, yeah.
So we check out the other doors first, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we can try that too. I mean,
Okay. Well, I'll go to the other
Well,
trap door and try to undo that trap.
All right.
Hey, you've been getting this, man.
Yeah. So that is a 26,
26. All right, so you undo the trap.
and then is it locked?
It is locked, yes.
And that is 21.
21. All right, so the door swings open and it goes down. This is sort of a like almost like a mine shaft. It's a dark passageway down. Almost like a tunnel.
Secret.
And is the last door locked?
It is locked, but it's not trapped.
Okay, I'd like to try to unlock it. Yep. So that is a 33.
33, so you unlock it, open it, and you are in sort of a similar sort of passageway as the one you've been going down. It sort of leads into sort of broader sort of like it leads to sort of like a large sort of dining hall inside the keep.
Orange. What do you guys
It's
want to do?
got sort of like a arch sort of like sky, it's almost like a skyway between buildings over to this other one.
Well, I mean, this sword is what was described to us as the.
The big thing.
It's
But how are we
well-
gonna, what are we gonna do with it?
I don't
Grab
know, I
it.
don't know.
Grab her by the hilt?
Do we ever really know?
Try to
We're figure it out as we do it.
dispel it or something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, do you have a 12th level dispel magic?
I mean, I once had a coin that talked to me, maybe it was like that.
Yeah, it might have been.
Hmm.
I think I'm not sure. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything on these other two doors I mean, we don't really know, but we have the obvious
Yep, this is what
Right
we came
here.
for.
and this, I
I
don't
This is
know.
why we're here.
I don't know what we're gonna do with it,
We
but I
have
mean, if
to,
we step into the room, we can figure it out.
I
We've
assume
gone
it
through
will
worse.
start talking to us at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll.
Come to me. Come
Hey,
to
you must
me.
Come to you.
Doesn't seem to be a good conversation.
Come to me.
Yeah.
It's time for us to get revenge.
Revenge.
Yes.
Still just talking
Is it-
to Wilfred, or is this all of us?
Now now you begin to hear it in your heads as well. You hear this voice sort of talking to you.
You all hearing that?
Come to me.
Y'all haven't been hearing this before? I've been hearing this like the entire time.
No.
Is this Raishan? Are you in this? Is this a sword?
And so as you sort of talk to it, you see this sort of this sort of energy sort of come out of the sword and sort of pierce forth, and you see that this large sort of like simulacrum of a ancient green dragon come forth from the sword.
You must be Ration, yes?
I am Raisham.
Ration. Would you like to regale us with your story of why you're here?
First, you have to join my quest against the villains known as Vox Machina.
Right? Like, a lot of them dead.
Like, do we have to do a binding agreement or sign here?
They're the
Yeah, so a long time ago they deceived me. They manipulated me and They killed me and my companions.
You don't seem that dead to me right now. You're talking to me just like this.
We have some
I was forced to imbue my essence into this sword. I have been locked away until my collaborator Onyxus freed me.
Well, this that name.
You might be waiting a while because we've run into Nixus before. I think he ran away, didn't he?
We never really know where he is or who he is. Most people don't.
It could be one of us.
He does look like me sometimes.
It could even be him right now.
Oh yeah.
Why
This is why only one left.
And I'll pull out the we have reunited.
Why?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what we need to do, but your presence here is creating turmoil for the local town at the bottom of the mountain, and we are here to deal with that for them.
We just ask that you please stop bothering this town. They've been here for a long time.
You act as if the laws of the anthill matter to the foot that crushes it.
Well, those ants can sting and bite.
As you are about to find out.
The strong do what they can. The weak suffer what they must.
Again, as I said, you will find out.
I mean,
were killed by, I guess, a group of people. Sounds like.
weren't you killed by ants?
Marty's been killed by ants once.
Your soul is trapped in a sword at the moment.
I think you're not having the best day.
Can I kind of do vicious mockery?
What? You're gonna cast vicious
Can I kind
mockery?
of vicious mockery?
Yeah, you certainly can. What is that? What type of saving throw is that? Wisdom?
So we're out in the store looking down in the store. So when we have this conversation with the sword, how far away is this sword?
Yeah, probably 200 to 300 feet.
And it's like a large size dragon figure we see.
Yeah,
Or
so it's sort of like a simulacrum of a green dragon, sort of like almost like you can't tell if it's an illusion or if it's sort of looming there, sort of hovering and talking to you.
but
so
like
it's-
life size. So it's pretty big.
Yeah, exactly.
Huge as an ancient dragon.
Well, I think I do have some dragon sword on me. But we're not in the courtyard yet. But
No, do we? Yeah.
I'm gonna deal with the ghost dragon.
Well,
Yes,
we
it's
can
like
just
we
step in,
We could
take the sword with us.
See what happens.
But just remember the breath weapon, so you probably want to spread out as much as possible.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's gonna cooperate.
So
We did ask him nicely. We did give him a
Yeah, we
chance.
gave him a chance to.
So I'm assuming that's a no on the
Just like
we're not even like asking you to leave, just like don't bother them anymore. That's like all I'm asking of you.
Yeah, maybe during harvest time you just get a little spooky, and then the rest of the year you're
Hallow Eve, I think, is what's called over there.
Oh, you guys are from Taldore?
No, I just heard that's what it
But
was
the
called.
customs travel by ship sometimes.
I hate people from Taldore.
Well, I'm from Wildmount, so
I still hate you.
that's nowhere near Doray. There's no crossover at all. Like I know of.
Other than Hallows Eve.
Not just by name.
Oh, okay.
We know.
All
where
right,
this is
go
going.
ahead on. Cut the talk down and
We know what needs to be done.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys,
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening now?
I mean, I'll go in, I'll go down.
You're going.
So, Mr. Poet,
Should probably try to get in and spread
yeah.
out.
yeah,
If it's the courtyard.
I'm thinking we do want to do that.
Yeah.
all.
I could like cast Dimension Door on Urdak and myself and go to the opposite side so we can kind of,
Yeah. That can work.
Soloed.
but part of the issue is we're going to be, I mean, if we're still a couple hundred feet from him, right?
Mhm.
And it's about in the middle, so we could potentially go to the other side and just
A
spread out.
boomerang has 120 feet range.
That's pretty comes in handy.
The only thing, if we go to
How-
the other side, then we don't know if there's any
Traps.
way to get out. Or
You might be
we're
stuck.
just trapped over there in the corner. Or...
But I could always can't cast Dimension Door and get us back, so I had to. Is there any other preparation that we want to do? I was looking for, like, anybody have protection against poison? Or if you really can do,
I do not.
Nope.
but I don't think I do.
Well, I think we just need to Leroy Jenkins it.
And what's it like inside? Is it sort of like, partially lit, dimly lit, or lit, or?
So yeah, it's open air. It's basically daylight.
Okay, so
Well,
No, I'll go first. I'm not
so
afraid.
are we gonna go? Are we doing this?
let's do
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing.
We're
Okay,
doing this.
so before we do this, I'd like to cast Greater Invisibility on myself. I'd like to cast Blink on myself, Greater Visibility on myself. Then when we get ready to go, I guess I'll take Urdak and cast Dimension Door, and we'll go to the opposite side. Like
Alright.
what? You have maybe like 150 feet away.
Yeah, I'm good up to 600 feet away.
I have resistance to poison damage.
Thanks.
That's
From
Alright.
the cloak.
All right.
Which, so that's something in it in my range. All right, so y'all are dimension dooring in.
Yep.
I'll run through the door.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm sorry. The other thing we could do is if, like, I could take Gerthang with me and get a little closer.
Sure.
Should we do that instead?
That's fine.
That way,
fine.
yeah. That way you can still
I can,
technically
you can stand
you
in
can
the
stand in the
hallway.
doorway
Yeah, I
and
can
hit 'em.
stand in the doorway and shoot at him.
Do we want to do that?
Sure, I'll
Yeah,
go.
that probably makes more sense. I think. Yeah.
So yeah. So I would take Gerthang within, like, I guess 30-ish feet. How far can you run?
40.
So 40 feet. So where he could rush up of the, I
Rush.
guess the dragon sword.
Rush on.
All right. So as you sort of teleport in,
I don't have any.
Raishan will cast Wall of Force in front of the doorway,
All right.
Okay.
and that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Okay.
Nice.
Dimension door to the dragon.
That was before or after he went.
But Dimension Door can go outside the.
Yeah.
Wall of Force, I think, just prevents things from moving too.
Yeah.